Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday's market outlook here at TOPGUN Options. Even though the market is closed due to Martin Luther King observance, we have a lot to talk about because when the market opens tomorrow, we might be seeing a lot of red. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, founder, CEO here at TOPGUN Options. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel, man. These are rookie numbers. We got to bump these numbers up. Okay, real quick before I get started. What's going on in Minnesota? You know, everybody's got an opinion and stuff like that. Hey, is ICE being a little heavy-handed? Geez, I can't believe the politicians aren't, releasing these criminals to the Fed so they can be deported, right? Most Americans can have a civil conversation, right? But what happened yesterday is an absolute disgrace. Storming a church, Don Lemon and others stormed a Christian service. Look at these children crying. The nose and nipple ring brigade stormed into a church. Clearly, it wasn't a mosque, obviously. That's it. That's the line. Never forget that Democrats and all these liberals passed, what is it, the FACE Act, to throw grandmothers in jail who are protesting in front of abortion clinics. So these people, when they stormed this church, broke federal law. Now, again, and I see posts like this. I'm a lifelong independent. I dislike party politics, but I mean, this is a bridge too far. Storming a church because you thought like an ICE agent might worship there or the pastor support. Unbelievable. Or you know what? It is believable. This is getting out of control and we need to rein in it. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the reason ICE is there is because the state and local officials, there's over 1,000 of these folks that are in jail. They're in jail for breaking Minnesota law, state law. They also have federal detainers. If the state and the city simply said, yeah, okay, once we release them, we're going to give you a heads up, ICE would leave. Instead, they have to go into the community and try and find these people. The lady who was unfortunately shot and killed was like a Somalian rapist or something that they were trying to get to. Again, I don't want to drop anchor on the politics of this. My red line is attacking churches and doing this. You screwed up, folks. All the Republicans have to do for the midterms is play that on loop. And the one lady who led the assault on the church doubled down today, like, you can kiss my, whatever, and come after me type of thing. Well, okay, we will. You broke federal law. If we throw grandmothers in jail for praying in front of abortion clinics, you're going to jail for storming into a church. It's awful. And again, I have my own church, Sacred Warrior Fellowship. That would be, that's tough to see. All right, we got to talk. The futures are getting hammered. If you watched one of my videos, the Wednesday market intel brief, folks, what's it say right there? Get S&P 500 protection now. February SHIT show inbound. I told you this was going to happen, folks. We are running out of airspeed. You see this S&P 500 bouncing off the 50 and the 20-day moving average. Well, the oscillations are getting tighter, and tighter. We're going to implode. The main reason we're going to implode is this. Besides Iran, Trump tacoed, right? Help is on the way. We're locked and loaded. We're coming after the mullahs too. Nah, we're good. I don't like that. Now, he might be getting, battle groups in place and maneuvering people and stuff like that, but I'm not a forever war guy. 20 years in Iraq and Afghanistan, absolutely never again. But Afghanistan and Iraq never killed 608 Marines, sailors, and soldiers. Iran has killed Americans before, right? They have engaged in military operations against our troops and killed over 600 of them. That's one of the reasons Trump took out General Soleimani during his first term. So I ain't all about all this stuff, but I am all about, if you say you're going to do something, do it, or tell us why you didn't. But here's why the futures are getting hammered, man, is this Greenland thing. This is just, Trump is very tactical, right? I don't think like this. I think strategic all the way up here, then operational, then you come up with the tactics. He's not even done with Venezuela, and we see reports like he's asking people to plan for an attack of Greenland. What? Or, this or what? And so it was all tactics. Now it's floating up, and now finally, like a week or two later, we hear like, well, it's because Russia can steamroll over the top there, and it's not even a speed bump, or they can cozy up to China. We need this as kind of a buffer. Lead with that, man. Look into a camera to the American people and say, this is, from a strategic point of view, what I think we should do. Then get into the tactics. This is insane, man. Now, he might be right on a strategic level, but let me remind you, whether you're a neo-con Democrat, Ukraine, froth at the mouth, give them all the weapons, I love war now. And one of the reasons they believe that is what? Putin's going to steamroll through, Europe, and he's going to be in Piccadilly Circus by tomorrow. He's been ground down to a meat grinder 4 years. 20-ish% of Ukraine, he ain't steamrolling anywhere, whether it's across Europe or, through Greenland and landing in Maine, folks. So why am I rambling about this? Because the futures are getting hammered right now, right? And I'm ready for it. I told you we put on a bearish double vertical on the S&P 500 last week because I knew this was coming, and that's going to print money if the market opens up tomorrow morning in the red. Global stocks are getting hammered today. This is why I'm doing a Monday Market Outlook. Even though the world doesn't celebrate the life and accomplishments of Dr. King, we do. Global tariff stocks retreat after Trump tariff threat. Okay, European stocks fall after Greenland threats. U.S. markets close. There's a letter reportedly that the president sent to Norway, like, well, you didn't give me a Nobel Prize. Now I don't care about peace anymore, and I got to look at other options. I mean, I read this letter. I hope it's fake. I hope it's AI, but it's starting to sound like, no, he actually wrote this letter. Lurching from one crisis to the other, man, you really do get whiplash. Let's kind of take a break, man. Take a deep breath. I saw this funny meme. It's like, you can't have Greenland. You haven't even finished your Venezuela yet. It's like a mom talking to her son eating, and it's Trump. My God. I mean, I get that we went from Mumbles McShitty Pants, who, had one meeting a day and he was in bed by 4, to this guy who can multitask, but it's he's juggling flaming chainsaws, which is pretty dangerous. So, and by the way, we got to worry about what? Home. It's Trump's economy, and voters are unhappy with it. That's not good, man. I've already predicted. I gave you my 2026 prediction a month or two ago. They're going to get destroyed. Republicans are going to get destroyed in the midterms, and they deserve it. They haven't done anything. But you keep playing videos of Democrats storming, Christian churches and frothing at the mouth and making kids cry. You might negate some of the wipeout that you're going to get. But folks, this matters. The economy matters. Can't stand James Carville. It was right. It's the economy, stupid. So he's got to shift. And he wants to run the economy hot. Good chance he's going to succeed. So the new Fed chief, whoever he picks, is going to be a Trump sycophant. I can't wait for the confirmation hearings. I'm going to have a bag of popcorn because it's going to be, I can't wait to see Elizabeth Warren and the Democrats rip whoever it is to shreds. Because clearly whoever Trump appoints is going to want to run the economy hot. Short term, great, like crack. Long term, it'll kill you. So very, very interesting couple months ahead because Jerome Powell's gone. When is it? May, I think his term's up. So we got to see something, a nominee soon. Rotation continues as markets remain bullish. This was a good article that I shared with all my TGO members about how things net are good. Remember, folks, at the end of the day, if not a TOPGUN option is regular, the market is not the economy. The economy is not the market. As a matter of fact, you ready for this? The crappier the economy gets, the better the market might do. Now, prior to 2008 global financial crisis, when I was in the Chicago Board of Trade, the Chicago Board Options Exchange, I would have smacked me in my face if I ever said something as dumb as that. That's when the world ended. That's when capitalism ended, folks, because the Fed had to jump in 2008 to save Wall Street and capitalism. If something needs to be saved, it's not what it is. It's not capitalism. But folks, here's what I'm getting at. If the economy does really, really bad, here comes the Fed, QE, quantitative easing, cutting rates. They'll try and prop this thing up. So, but cyclically, we are due for a big pullback, and it's usually February. So like I said, if you were a TOPGUN options member, you know that we just put a Tredge on, and we are ready. We're due. I mean, this was the tariff pullback. We're due for another one, and I will print, we, TOPGUN options members, will print money when, not if, it happens. CBOE, CBOE, folks, our Chicago Board Options Exchange trade is printing money up hundreds and hundreds of percent. Look at this headline. SEC nod lets NASDAQ add Monday, Wednesday options expirations. Holy crap. What? Willie Sutton got arrested. A reporter asked Willie Sutton, why draw banks? He looked at the reporter like he was an idiot and said, that's where the money is. If you're not long-term bullish on the CBOE, you're a fool. Join TOPGUN Options. I'll show you how to get long-term bullish. That's where the money is, folks. Options trading is exploding. The CBOE, look at the chart of the CBOE stock, and it is going straight up. This is going to be a big political issue too. Everybody's looking at their utility bills like, oh my God, well, you're subsidizing Amazon and NVIDIA and all these data centers and Elon. No. That's why I'm bullish on the nuke power names. So the electricity will be an issue in the midterm. What else do we have to talk about? That's about it. Oh, I'm coming up with a trade report, a pairs trade on alcohol decline versus psychedelic ascent. This is what a pairs trade is called, folks. I see reports almost daily of how the Gen Z, millennial, whatever labels, people aren't drinking that much anymore. I know a lot of people in South Florida who own clubs and bars and restaurants are like, that's where we used to make our money. Not on making a bowl of pasta, but on the $300 bottle of wine type of thing. Folks, alcohol is getting destroyed. So this week, we're going to talk about a potential pairs trade, getting bearish on these alcohol names and getting bullish on the psychedelics. I'm already bullish on the psychedelic names, but this is a pairs trade. Psychedelic is going to explode. Alcohol is going to go down. Being hungover sucks, folks. Thank God that hasn't happened. And psychedelic assisted therapy saved and changed my life. It destroyed alcohol in my life. I mean, I can have a glass of wine every once in a while with my ribeye or with my pasta with my beautiful bride if I want to. But old whiz, a glass of wine for me was a bottle, maybe even two for me, let alone anybody else. It's over with. Alcohol companies, these are horse and buggy companies, folks. People are getting smarter. So we're going to talk about a potential pairs trade this week with bearish alcohol, bullish on psychedelics. If you like what you heard in this Monday Market Outlook, go to TOPGUNoptions.com, man. Join our full throttle group, man. It's only $295 a month. You can scroll down. It's a lot cheaper to do an annual membership, or check out Solo Amazon. It's our gateway drug, right? $97 a month. Speaking about a bottle of wine, that would be a crappy bottle of wine for a month. $97 a month, folks, to join our Monday morning at 10 a.m. live trade briefing service. I send out trade alerts. If you can't make it to the brief, you can watch the replay afterwards. This is the way to go. It's only $97 a month, or you can get on board right away with the annual and save money. You always save money by doing the annual membership. But people always ask, do you have a trial? Yeah, it's $97 a month, man. I'm a professional. I don't work for free. $97 a month. But once a quarter, I open up the doors to what's called full throttle training, and that's your trial. I do 4 days of live trading and training. I show you real capital, my real capital. I show you the real trades, and then you can decide to join. But that's not until I think the first quarter full throttle's in March or something, or next month. So check out Solo Amazon now for only $97 a month. Okay, I have to head out. I wish Ole Miss was playing in the championship tonight, but it's Miami. Even though I live in South Florida, I'm going to root for Indiana. I can't stand the convicts. But anyway, and then of course my Eagles are out. What an awful finish. And anyway, there's always next year, right? That's what I'm used to saying as an Eagles fan. All right, folks, I got to go. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste. And Basi, Whiz out.